days like this. Mama said there'd be days like this. Mama said there'd be days.
My name is James Gardin. I'm an independent rapper, singer, songwriter from Lansing, Michigan. My mission is essentially to use my gifts and talents to just let people know how amazing they are. I think my mission came about by me being like a super shy kid, so I hated speaking in front of big crowds. Hip hop helped me find my confidence and figure out how great I am, so that's why it's the tool I've been used to kind of translate that message to everyone else. I would say my music is soul music with a lot of rap in it. I feel like growing up, my parents always played records, so my dad was a huge fan of like James Brown, Barry White, and then my mom grew up in the church, and so she always had me listening to gospel. By the age of 5, I was always in a choir singing, even when I didn't think I was that good of a singer. It's like, nah, you're gonna sing in a choir, or you're gonna be on the usher board, or I was doing both. So that influence kind of like shaped my music and gave it this like kind of cool like palette of just like soul, gospel, R&B, blues. But like I said, rap is where I found my confidence, so I was able to just infuse all of those. When it comes to knowing myself, I think I'm still getting there. I think my faith plays a big role in that. So it's like, instead of listening to labels of what people may call me from like what I've done, so if I'm always procrastinating, I can't identify myself as a procrastinator. My faith in Jesus tells me that I'm redeemed, that I'm made in His image, and so if He's amazing, then I have to be amazing. So I think my process is I have to learn more who God says I am and actually believe it, and then I'm able to take that path into redefining who I think I am and who I tell people I am in my everyday walk. So I think my confidence has helped me because I'm able to encourage other people. I think if I come from a perspective of not knowing myself and not believing in me, I can never convince someone else to believe in themselves. I can't be effective if I'm not encouraging myself or like believing in me. So I think like that's that first step. You can't make other people believe in something you don't believe in yourself. But when someone listens to a James Gardin record, they can expect to hear something they'll want to dance to, something that is encouraging, but also hopefully something that's realistic. As confident as I want to be, and I want to express that through music, I hope you also see that I have my down times. I have my times when I don't see everything as crystal clear as I should and I get distracted. I hope that you see the human experience in an honest way, and it's just music that you relate to and that you can live life through and live life confidently and live life as a victor, because although bad things happen, we can see that we can still change it and have a perspective that we can be those agents to change the world. I have a lot of inspirations. I would say Kanye West is definitely one of them. I think he has a sense of confidence and self-worth that wouldn't hurt us for some of it to rub off on us. Mos Def is definitely an influence. Kirk Franklin, my spiritual walk as a youth the soundtrack for it was created by Kirk Franklin. My parents are huge inspirations. My dad is like my biggest fan. He'll go to like a bar and just play my music and be like, yeah, I didn't know what that was. That's my son. And my mom is like super supportive too. I love fashion, so like there's like 2 brothers, and they call themselves Art Comes First. They're like freaking amazing. Malcolm X. If I could talk to one person and have dead or alive and have a conversation when I talk to them, I think it would be Malcolm X, and I would want to know. Because like I think a lot of times when we think about him, we think of like this very old man, but he wasn't that far up in age. So I would wonder, like, I would want to talk to him, be like, how, like, where did you find that bravery? Or was it because of circumstance, because you needed to be that guy? Because I would wonder, like, what stops me from being that guy, or what stops anyone from being that guy? What stopped the person in the cell over from him becoming who he became when he came out, So I would want to know, like, and maybe it's in his genetics, maybe that's who he was born to be and no one else can be it, but I would just wonder, like, where was that that bravery and that courageous spirit, where does that come from? I think probably what stops me from being who I can be is not consistently having reminders of who I can be. I think it's really easy to even just like sometimes watching TV or just doing mindless things will distract you from who you can be. And then I think sometimes it's allowing people in my space to know who I can be and giving them the permission to remind me who I can be. Because I think if I did that and I had people around me that were like, yeah, you want to go do what? Nah, you can't do that, man. You got way too much to do. Or you have to remember the mission. You have to remember what we're here for. Having people to be like, we're gonna challenge you because we know what you can be. And in doing that for myself, I'm just consistently reminding myself. Like I think that's what blocks a lot of people is you're not consistently reminded who you can be, and you're not consistently telling yourself who you can be. If I could talk to my younger self, I would be like, your main competition is yourself. The only person you're competing with is you of yesterday, and you just need to continue to look at it like that and see the world as like not something to defeat you, but like it's your playground. This is a resource for you to use. Because I think I lived life too long just like living under where I could be and not believing in me. And I wish I had a time machine. I could go back and just be like, James, you got this. Like, why are you got this? Because I don't think we see how great we are. Because we're not able to see through the eyes of other people who like love us and really care about us. So at a James Gardin show, you can expect a lot of energy. I'm gonna force you to sing with me because I'm not singing by myself. We're all gonna sing together. Just fun. I mean, hopefully you will experience hearing something that changes you a little bit. That's my goal at the end of the day. I don't want anyone to leave a show the same way they came. So if you came sad, hopefully you leave a little light with you. If you came excited, hopefully you leave a little more excited. And if you just came to see a show, hopefully you learn more about yourself through the process of the exchange we have from the stage to crowd. So my most recent project was dropped in 2014. It was Living Daylights. It's an album I did with a really good friend of mine, Gardin. I've collabed with, there's a rapper from the UK named Kinetic. I was on his record. My friend Joshua Smith dropped an album. I was on that record. It's a rapper named Drew is famous. I was on his record. With collabing, sometimes people will ask me to do stuff that I'm not used to doing. Or like, and I don't know why they ask, but it usually ends up working. So like, there's a song I did recently and they're like, I need an auto-tune hook. And it was like this trapped out beat. And I'm thinking like, they must have heard, so I did a song called Prince Hakeem, but it's a little different than like some of my other stuff. So like they must have heard that and expected me to do that a lot. But it ended up working out really well. So I think it's good to kind of like stretch myself and see if I can write according to someone else's vision. I think that definitely stretches me creatively and like helps me go to a different headspace. And it's kind of fun though, because I can think of ideas all day, but if someone else brings me an idea, it's kind of cool. Like, oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. Let me try to write to that.
I'm proud of you. You out raising a queen.